Hey guys, how is it going? Martin here. I am a Java developer and I work for an aviation company. Um, so last week we created a few Android um, Android development videos, and this was the recycler view and also the bottom sheet. So I've decided to switch things around a bit. I'm going to create a series of how to develop a family hub app. So what does that entail? So this app will allow the user to be able to record their goals for the week, record some notes, add some images regarding anything that they've done that week, and everyone that they've added to their family list will be able to see it. Um, and and you can invite them using their phone numbers. So that should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to this. Considering I haven't really done something like this before. I hope you guys will really enjoy this. So let's get started. So this part is just going to be setting up our environment, and then the next part you can take it from there. Okay. So, first thing you will need is an Android Studio. I've got mine here, but you will need to download it from the Google website. So, Android Studio, right? And click on download. Yeah, there you go. So you just pretty much download that and follow the screen prompts. Okay, brilliant. Right. So since I've already done that, I won't need to do that again. And once you've downloaded it, you might have to install some tools that's needed. Because for example, the SDK you probably wouldn't have it for depending on the version that we're going to be using. So you might have to install that, but it will be installed when you select the version anyways. So let's get started. So you click on Start New Android Studio Project, right? And then we can enter in any name here. So this is going to be Family Hub, um, Family Hub app, right? Company name, that can be anything. And we want to check this, include Kotlin support. So, right, if you don't know about Kotlin, I've got a nice blog written up about it. So, 10 reasons why you should use 10 reasons why you should use Kotlin. So just go through that and you see what it's all about. So, and my last video I spoke about Kotlin a bit. Anyways, right, so you are going to need to check that box and then you click next. And our minimum SDK version, we should probably choose 8, right? And then we're going to click next and we want basic activity pretty much, okay? That's what we want. We click on next. And yep, let's keep that as it is, main activity as it is, and then we click finish. Uh, I think that's done. It's probably on a different screen. Oh, there it is. Right, so here we can expand it and click on the apps and then the sources, main, Java, and res. Right? Make sure you're in the Android view. Um, right, that is what. Okay, and the first thing, oh, seems like it's installing some stuff here. Probably doing a build or something. Right, so just let's go back in there. So, right, oh goodness. Okay, let's just wait for it. It's a bit annoying when it's doing this build. Ah, there it is. Okay, right, in layout, we've got the default because we've chosen the basic, so it's preset some stuff for us that we don't have to do, which is good. I don't really want to be wasting my time on it anyways. So, we probably wouldn't need this. We would have to get rid of this hello world. we would need to create our own layout, right? So the layout is pretty much our design, what our app is, what that current screen is going to look like, pretty much. And once you are done, the build is successful, just go ahead and click on this button here, this play button, right? And then this might take a bit of time, and if you see Nexus 5X API 28 whatever, then you're on the right track, right? And if you don't see it, you can always click on this create new virtual device, and then you can select any of this to play with, right? Okay, so you select that and you select OK, and hopefully it should just run. So this is pretty much minimum. That's not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting. Oh wait, sorry, this was my last session. And does it work? Does it work? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was. So this was what I did last session, and when you select an item, it shows you this stuff. So it shows you the bottom sheet, and this pretty much was um, the recycler view. But don't you worry yourself about this. This is not what we need, so just keep that minimized. So when this is finished building, then it will display it on here. Okay. It's still building. Right. So, and the other things that we're going to need is create a few files in this Java folder, and also edit this main activity. And we are going to edit our Android manifest to add some few um, rules here for us. So I haven't spoken about how we are going to go ahead and develop this application. First of all, we are going to need a database. We are going to need a hosting. So this is probably going to be a free hosting. And the one we are going to be using is Heroku. And then we are going to need a microservice for this. Well, hey, I love working with microservices. So, and we are going to be using Spring Boot framework for this, right? And the way we are going to be storing our images and information, obviously, the information in the database, the image is just going to be on the server, okay, on Heroku server. Although we could save the image in the database as blob, but yeah, I really don't want to go that path and I don't recommend it. Okay, so, and the other things that we're going to need is create some endpoints on the microservice, and then what will happen is when if we want to upload our image, then we call this endpoint. One could be upload, excuse me. So one could be upload images, and the other one could be get images, get user, add user, all these kind of things. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at this and see if it's done. Yes, it is. We've got hello world, which we are not going to need. That is going to be deleted. And we've got this button here, which we probably don't need either, but it's also, maybe I should keep it. It might be useful later on, so I will keep that one. Right? So we've got our toolbar here, we've got our settings. We probably won't need any of this. Right, so the next thing I really want to discuss about is the layout. Right, here we are going to delete this. Actually, let's go into the text, and we don't need that hello world, this content main. So, okay, let me just go back there. Okay, there's the content main. This activity main has this content main, which is this one here, which has the hello world, right? As you can see, hello world. So it's pretty much just including that layout in here to display that hello world. So we are going to delete that because we don't need it. The app bar layout and the toolbar, we don't need that. So we are going to delete it. We might use it later on, but for now, let's just delete it. And for this, we want, let's change this to linear layout. I like linear. I like working with linear layout. Well, uh, linear layout. Okay, there we go. Let's just go back to our design and make sure everything is okay, which it is. So on here, let's just get rid of this. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. I should have just stopped it here. Anyways, let's continue. Let's see what's gonna look like now. Although it should be fine. Um, don't worry about this. It's still building. This is our old stuff. There's something's gone wrong here. Yes, so I've deleted the toolbar from our activity here, but there's still a reference to it in our main activity here. So we also need to either comment this out or just delete it. But for now, let's delete it. I don't really care about it. So um, hopefully that's it. Let's try again. Let's click on that. Don't worry about this. It's there because that was the old version. So it's once it's done, once it's finished building, they need to show the new version. Okay. Right, brilliant. There we go. So we've got our basic app. Nothing is on it. Hey, yes. So next session we are going to be working on our layout for the home screen. So the first thing we see when we get on here, um, I'm sure everybody has a design in their mind, but I've got my own design and I've got a well, how should I say this? I've got a design already that I'm going to use because I don't really want to write them all out again. So I am going to use that, and I will put the design below the link for you guys to also download that design and use. So until then, thank you for watching. Hope you subscribe and like the video. Speak to you later.